And welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. So, my friends at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host, Mikey. This is the sweet baby blanket designed by Jeanne. And this is a really nice repeat. It's 16 rounds of the repeat. And you do it once, you do it twice, and then the third time is only a partial of that repeat. And then we have it so that you're doing a nice scalloped edge. What you don't see on this blanket is that there's actually a squiggling, like almost like frosting of a birthday cake that has been included because I've already taught this on camera. I've already frogged back just to demonstrate on how to do the border. What if you don't want it square though? We do have a rectangle version, and I'll show that to you next. So if you really like the stitch work, we also have a rectangle version that you see. This is called the Christmas Trimmings. It's the same pattern, but done in rectangle. It's the same 16 round repeat. And the difference is that the repeating stops at a different moment. And you can actually see the squiggly lines. That's actually available in the other one as well. It's just this one here, the border is in a slightly different spot, so you see it better here. So this is a really neat idea. You can use your Christmas colors on these blankets. You can do any colors you want. This one here has 3 colors, and the baby version that I just showed you has 2. But of course, you are the artist. You can decide what to do. And without further ado, we're gonna head on to the desk and let's get started. She only used 2 colors, and they were 2 balls each of a sweet pink and eggshell with the red heart with love. She used a 6mm size J crochet hook, and without further ado, we're going to do that, and I will change the colors as she's suggesting in the pattern, and I'm just going to be using some Caron 1 pound off camera. Just as a mental note, I'm leaving my scissors here so I know where the clip is. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing that I'm starting my corners differently than what Jeanne has. So if you want to follow the pattern, please do so. But just to let you know that I'm finishing the corners when I get to the corners. And so she has the corners being completed exactly when you start. You decide what works for you. You are the artist. Let's begin the start and round number 1. Just start with a slip stitch. Let's begin round number 1, and we're going to start with sweet pink color, and this here is a slip knot. So we're going to chain 2, and in the very first chain that you're going to start with here, you're going to do the following. You are just going to single crochet, second chain from the hook, chain 2, single crochet, second chain from the hook again, chain 2, second chain from the hook again. You're basically creating a square. So chain 2, so the chain 2s are the square. So once you get the last one in here, so you should count 1 single, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to join it with a half double crochet join, which is a signature move that Jeanne does. So you're just going to half double crochet to the top of the first single crochet, and that will land you right exactly in the corner when you do that. So this here that you did is the chain 2 join, so that looks like the other sides. So this is round number 1. Keeping with the same color, you're going to chain 3, which will count as a double crochet every time that we start a new round. And in the same space, right directly underneath, which is that half double crochet join, you were going to double crochet. You were then going to double crochet the next single crochet, and then you're going to hit the corner next. So the corner is right here, it's a chain 2. So in the corners for this, it'll be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And you're gonna repeat this step going all the way around. So you'll double crochet in the single below, which is the middle, and then the new side, the new corner will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So please do this around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm coming around the last side, and so I have to double crochet in the middle single crochet that's there, and right where the join is, you've already done half of the corner, so you're going to finish it. You're going to do 2 double crochet, and then she's asking you to do a half double crochet join to the top here. Now technically in the rules of crochet, you should do a chain 2 and then join it with the top of the first chain 3 when a color is finishing. So you would do a half double crochet join if the color was continuing, but if it's going to finish, do a chain 2. So you decide which way you want to do it. I'm going to get rid of my colors. I'm not going to bother to weave in my ends as I go, and I'm just going to continue to move along and just let those tails hang off. But you probably would benefit if you decided to weave in your tails as you go. So please do that, and I'll be right back for number 3. To begin number 3, we're going to do a standing single crochet. So that means that you're going to put it onto the hook first and go into the first corner. Scoop the yarn and pull through, and then pull through 2, and that's a standing single crochet. Throughout this round, we're only going to work with the front loops only unless it's a corner. The first one, because it's a chain, always looks a little weird, so just make sure that you just try to do your best and just get the front loop only. It's always a little difficult when there's a chain. And you're only going to use the front loops here, and you're going to do that all the way to the corner. In the corners, you are going to apply 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and I'll need you to do that all the way around for round number 3, and I'll meet you at the end of this. And we're going to be getting rid of this color at the end as well. We're getting all the way back around, only using the front loops on regular stitches. Now we've already started in the first corner, so you're going to get rid of this color. So you're going to single crochet in the first corner again, and then chain 2 and slip stitch to the first single crochet that you started with, the standing one. So you're going to get rid of this color, and we're going to move now to round number 4. Let's begin round number 4. You're going to go into the first corner, and you're going to start building it out. So just go on in, and we are just going to attach it, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and apply another double crochet into that same space. So the corners on this particular round will always be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Jeanne is asking us now to skip some stitches, and what we're going to do is that we're going to just chain 1. So now that you've chained 1, you're just going to flip it a bit so you can see it, and so you are going to play within the back loops of the existing here in the pink, and you're going to double crochet down there. So you're completely ignoring this whole layer. You'll chain 1, and you'll do this again. So skip 1 here in the back, go to the next, chain 1, and keep doing this all the way across. You're going to chain 1, just like that you see there. And then what's going to happen is that you'll hit the corner. So after you chain 1, you're just going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. I'll start you on another side to make sure that you understand. So when you come out of a corner, don't forget to chain 1 first. You're going to put it forward, and you're going to look for the empty stitch. If you think you have the wrong one, just guess and see what you think. And because it's sitting behind the layer, you can probably get it wrong and not worry about it. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet the next. So in this case, you see that there's 3 by themselves. Don't forget to chain 1 before starting a new corner. So please go all the way around. This is number 4. Coming around to the end of number 4, I have my pieces. I made sure I chain 1 after the last double crochet, and you are going to finish off this corner with 2 double crochet. And because we're breaking the color at the end of this, I need you to chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of the first stitch that you started with, which was the chain 3. So get rid of this color, and we're going to move on to round number 5 next. Start number 5. You're always welcome to start on any corner when you're doing these kind of concepts. I like to always change where my slip stitching is, so I never have the slip stitch in the same spot. So I could choose a different corner, and you're going to start with a standing single crochet. This is a pretty easy round. Each stitch and also space will have 1 single crochet in it. Okay, so there's a space there, so just slam it right through, and that will make those stitches appear to be on their own. So just every stitch and every space gets 1 single crochet, and then the corners on this one will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. This is round number 5, and I'll see you at the end of the round in just a moment. When you get all the way back around, just single crochet into the first corner you started. We're going to get rid of this color, so I want you to chain 2 and slip stitch it to the first standing single crochet and get rid of this color again. And we're moving on to round number 6 next. Number 6, we're back to pink. You're going to join it to any corner that you wish, and then chain 3 and put another double crochet into the same corner. So the corners on this round will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Now starting in the next stitch out, you're just going to use double crochet in the back loops only. So if you're new to crochet, there's always 2 loops that make a stitch. The loop that is furthest away from you is the back loop. The one closest to you is the front loop. So you only want to use the back loops. Don't be confused by the slip stitching. It can appear to be an extra stitch. It's not. And just look for where the legs of the stitch are and follow it up, and then you'll find the first back loop. It's really important on these rounds when you start to get your stitch counts right. And the stitch counts are provided in the pattern if you need that. So every stitch gets a double crochet in the back loop only, and then the corners, as I mentioned, is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and I'll see you at the end of the round. When you get back around, we are just going to come in to that first corner we started with, and then you are going to not end this color, so we're just going to do a half double crochet to the top of the first chain 3, just like that. So let's begin to do round number 7 next. Starting in the corner, you're going to start up and you're going to chain 3, and you're going to double crochet in the same one. Jeanne wants us to do what we did here again. So we're just going to start and we're going to chain 1. So make sure we chain 1, and you were going to skip the first one and double crochet into the next one after that. And you're going to do that all the way to the corner. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the one after that. So please do this to the first corner. I'll see you there in a second. If your stitch counts are right, you put your last double crochet in, chain 1, you should be able to skip the last one and then go right into the corner. And the corners will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Please complete this all the way around for round number 7. Coming all the way back around, we are going to end this color. So just chain 2 and slip stitch it to the top of the chain 3. And that will complete round number 7. Secure that off, and let's move on to number 8 next. Let's begin round number 8. And you can start off in any corner, it's okay. And you're going to do a standing single crochet. The corners on this one will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. We are going to single crochet the first 2 stitches out that you have. And then you were going to double crochet in this skip stitch down here. Okay, so you can just go down and just pick it out and pull through and just give it a little bit of extra little oomph to it. And then you're just going to single crochet the next. So this will pop out. So just come on down. So if you feel like it's buckling too much, it means that you're being too tight. And if it looks sloppy to you, just tighten up a little bit. So you're going to do this all the way across. And then the last 2 stitches before the turn will be single crochets like you did here. And then your corners are 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. Please do this for round number 8. When you come back around, just put in a single crochet into the first corner you started with. And we are going to keep this yarn. So I want to half double crochet to the top of the first standing to finish off this corner. So let's begin round number 9 next. So let's begin number 9, and I want to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet into the first corner. So in the corners on this one will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and all you just need to do on this round is 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across, and then turn your corners of 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. Please do this all the way around for round number 9. I'm coming up all the way around, and in the last corner just put in a single crochet. This is the end of this color, so you're going to want to chain 2 and slip stitch it to the first single crochet. There's also another step here that we haven't seen yet before. We are just going to trim our work and just flip this over and start the next row, number 10, on the wrong side. So we're going to just flip it to the back, and we're going to begin our process at this point. Let's begin number 10. We're going to come into where the corner is, and we'll complete that corner when we come back around. But the corners on this one will be ones, I'm just going to join with a standing single crochet, but the corners will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. Each one of the sides starts off the same way, and then the repeating until you get to the other corner will be
unique. So just to start the sides, no matter where you are, just single crochet the first one, and then the repeat starts next. So the repeat then is skip 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, go to the third, and you are going to apply then 2 double crochet first, and then a single crochet all in the same stitch. So then the repeat, skip 2 stitches, 2 double crochet into the next, and single crochet the next one, or into the same one. This causes it to have texture on the other side. That's why we're doing it on the back. So skipping 2, 2 double crochet in the next, and also a single crochet. So I'll meet you on the first corner just to make sure you got it, and I'll be right back. I'm coming close, and there's 3 stitches left. So I'm skipping 2. I'm going to the stitch just before the corner, applying my 2 double crochet and a single into the same stitch, and then just jump immediately into your corner. So it'll be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. So as I mentioned, the start of every side starts uniquely, so you're just going to single crochet the next, and then you start your repeat. So skip 2, 2 and double crochet and a single into this stitch here, and you'll do that all the way around for round number 10. And I'll be right back in a moment. Coming all the way to the end of number 10, I've got that 2 double crochet and single that shares the last stitch, and then I'm just going to come into the corner, and I am just going to single crochet in, and this color is ending, so I'm going to chain 2 and slip stitch it to the first standing. Before you get too carried away though, once you finish this off, you are going to flip it back over and get to the right side of the work again, and you'll see that there's texture that would have happened in the last round. Okay, so there you go. Beautiful. So let's move on to number 11 next. I'm just going to weave this in. So let's start with number 11. So right side is facing up. You're going to go into a chain 2 space, and you are going to put in a standing single crochet. So each one of the stitches that you'll run into, you're just going to do it as a back loop only. And because you turn the work, they're kind of a little bit more harder to find. Okay, so just kind of peel it towards you. So just lean it. And then every stitch is going to get a single crochet in the back loop only. So in the corners, you will have 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and please do this all the way around for round number 11. I'm coming all the way back around, and I'm coming to my first corner I started with. We are going to keep this color, so just join with a half double crochet join to the first. And now let's move on to number 12. Number 12, right where you're sitting, please just chain 3 and then put another double crochet into that corner. And so your corners on this whole round will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. We'll finish this when we come back around. Starting in the very first stitch, this can always look like a stitch, but it's not. Just look for the legs and kind of follow it up. And you are just going to apply 1 double crochet in each of the stitches all the way to the next corner, and then 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet to turn, and etc. Please do this all the way around for round number 12. Coming back all the way around, and I'm just going to put in 2 double crochet into the starting corner. I am going to keep this color, so I'm just going to use a half double crochet join to the top of the first, chain 3. So let's move on to round number 13 next. Round number 13, just chain up 1, and do 1 single crochet in the corner. We'll finish that one on the way back. And then every one of the corners in this round is 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. You are going to apply 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across, and then turn your corners, and maybe back here in a moment at the end of the round. I'll be right back. Coming all the way back around on number 13, I'm just going to single crochet in the first corner we started with. This is the end of the color, so just chain 2 and slip stitch it to the top of the first single crochet. So, okay, let's begin round number 14, and we're just going to continue our journey. I'm using the pink again, and we're going to create the up and down waves. We're going to start off in a chain 2 space, and we are going to do a standing single crochet, and we'll finish this corner when we get back around. So we're now going to start, and the very next stitch is not part of the repeat, but let's just get ourselves started. And you're going to do a half double crochet into the next stitch. The next one is a double crochet. and then the next one is 3 treble crochets into the same stitch. Okay, and now we're just going to get smaller in stitch size. So we're now going to do, the next one is a double, and then the next one is a half. And then what's going to happen is that this is part of this, the repeating all the way across. So the next one will be a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, so we keep getting taller, and then after the double, it's 3 trebles into the same stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to get smaller, so it'll be double, and then a half, and then you just repeat then starting at single. And so by the time you get to the corner, which I'll be there in a few seconds, the last one before the turn is a half double crochet, and I'll see you there in a moment. So I'm approaching the corner. I got my 3 trebles in here. You'll have 2 left before the corner. So the second last one is a double crochet because it's got to get tinier in the stitch height. Then the last one before the corner is a half. The corners will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and when you turn, you're going to start off the sequence again. So you'll start off with a half double crochet first, so get a little bit taller, a double, and then 3 trebles into the same stitch. And then you have a double, and then a half, and then your sequence starts all over again. So you'll have single, and then get bigger and bigger, and then coming back down. So continue to do that and turn your corners and do this for round number 14. So I'm coming back around, and I have 2 stitches left. So the second last one will be a double, and the last one's a half. And we will finish off this first corner we started with. So a single crochet, and let's just chain 2 and join it with the first one and end this color. And we're going to start on row number 15 next. Row number 15, we're going to start off with a standing single crochet right in the corner, and we'll finish that corner when we come back around. So now what we need to do is go up and down in the motion, and sometimes we have to eliminate stitches and sometimes we have to add more stitches, but it's pretty easy regardless. Starting in the first 2, you want to do a single crochet 2 together. So just going into the first one, just collect it. So just scoop it through, and then the next one, pull through, and then pull through all 3 loops, and that's a 2 together single crochet. We're only going to do this on when we're coming out of a corner and going into a corner. Here's the remaining going across. The next 2 will be a single crochet in each, and then see how this one is the top of the treble, and it's the middle one. That one will always have 3 single crochets to allow it to turn and bend down. So now let's go down the other side. So the next 2 are single crochet each. And now this time, the half double crochet, the single, and the half are all going to be together as a single crochet 3 together. So just coming in, collect 1, collect 2, collect 3. You'll see 4 loops, pull through all of them, and then this is your repeat going across. So the single crochet 3 together, then you're going to do 2 by themselves going up. The middle one of the treble is 3 into the same one, and then 2 going down. And you're going to repeat this over and over. So you do 3 together, single crochet, and then 2 up, 3 in the middle, 2 down, and etc. I'll see you at the first turn to make sure that you're turning properly. I'll be right back. So as you're approaching a corner, you got 3 in the top of the middle treble. You're going to go 2 down, and then you have only 2 stitches left, 1 and 2, and that'll be a single crochet 2 together only. So then you're going to be in the corner, and so the corners will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. So then you'll start the sequence all over again and do this around. This is round number 15. So I'm coming back around. The last 2 before the corner should be a 2 together, single crochet, and you're going to finish that corner with a single crochet, and we are going to end this color, so chain 2 and slip stitch to the beginning. Let's move on to number 16 next. Okay, let's begin number 16, starting in the corner, and this time you are going to chain 4, which will count as a treble. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and place another treble in here. So the corners on this particular round will be 2 trebles, chain 2, and 2 trebles. Okay, so let's begin. Starting in the very first one, you can see the legs here. We're going to do a 3 together treble. And so what I'm going to do is just use the first one, so wrap twice, grab the first one, pull through 2 and 2 and hold, wrap twice, grab the next one, pull through 2 and hold, and do the third one in a row. So 3 together treble. Once you have 4 loops on your hook, pull through all 4, and let's continue along. So now we're going to start, and we're going to begin our repeating all the way through. So the next one will be 1 double. The next one will be 1 half. The next one is 1 single. So what we're doing is we're getting ourselves being up to a flat space again. So let's get a little bit bigger again. So we're going to do 1 half, 1 double, and then we're going to do a 3 together treble again. So wrap twice, and we're basically absorbing the sinking in that happened before to make it flat at the top. Once you see the 4 loops, pull through everything, and they'll get smaller again for stitch wise. So you're going to do a double, and then a half, and then a single. So what I'll do is I'll meet you, just continue that, and I'll meet you just before the first turn to make sure you got it right, and that's what it looks like, and we're going to continue along, and I'll see you at the first turn corner in a moment. When you come into the first corner, so I've just got a double crochet here, so it was single, half, double. The last 3 will be a 3 together treble. Once you see your 4 loops, pull through, and then you're going to go right into your chain 2 space corner, and it will be 2 treble, chain 2, and 2 treble. So do you remember how to restart a new side? If you said it was a 3 together treble, you're right. So then the first 3 are 3 together treble, and then you'll do a double, half, single, and then carry on in that way. I'll see you at the end of the round. This is round number 16. Coming all the way back around, and the last 3 stitches before any corner is the same story each time, and it's going to be 3 together single crochet, or sorry, 3 together treble. Okay, we do that, and then we go right into the corner, and then it'll be 2 trebles. I'm already thinking about next steps, so my brain's already on there. So 2 trebles, and then looking at the pattern, we want to get rid of this color, so chain 2 and slip stitch it to the top of the chain 4. So let's move on to the 17th round next. Let's do round number 17. You're just going to attach into a corner, and you're just going to do a standing single crochet, and all you're just going to do on this round is just simply just 1 single crochet in every stitch. And this will complete one of the sequences of rounds number 2 through 17, which is part of the repeat. So do this around, and we'll chat, and then I will show you how to do the final border in just a few moments from now. When you get to a corner, don't forget to put 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet. I'm not sure I mentioned that, but continue around for round number 17. So I'm coming all the way back around, and I'm just gonna single crochet into the first corner, and we are going to continue this color into the next sequence of repeating, which is round number 18 technically in this case. So I would want to do a half double crochet join to keep that color moving along. And then you're ready to go again. So I'm going to go back to the pattern. We're going to talk about the repeating, and then I'm going to rip out some of this so that I can show you the final border, and that'll be next. Currently I'm at the end of round number 17. So we need to repeat rounds number 2 through 17 one more time. So we left you the stitch counts in the downloadable PDF, but if you want the long written format, it's available on the website. You can view it on screen. Then you're going to repeat rounds number 2 through 13 one time, and then you're going to proceed to the final 2 instructions for the border. If you wish to make this even bigger, you can repeat rounds number 2 through 17 as many times as you want. If you want your edging to look like this, then finish on number 17 and you'll have a nice square blanket just like you see, and I think it looks great too. So you can decide what's going to work for you. So you're going to reverse back and go back to number 2. You can use the video chapters in order to scroll on back. And for now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to frog out my work. I'm going to take you back to where we finished off number 13, which is the single crochet just before we started this wave. And I'll show you the final 2 rounds, which are number 46 and 47. And that'll be next in just a few moments. So let's concentrate on the border. So after you would have done your 2 through 17, you would have done 2 through 13, and you would be ending on the single crochet right here. So now we're going to start round number 46 as per the border. And you're going to continue along and just join it into the corner with the standing single crochet. We'll finish that corner on the way back around. Now what we have is that we are going to start by skipping 2 stitches. So skipping 1 and 2. Remember that the slip stitch can always look like a stitch, but just look for the legs and follow it up. So skip those 2, and you are going to put in 7 double crochets in the 3rd one away. So let's do 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you're going to skip 2 and put 1 single crochet in the next, and then skip 2 and then put 7 into the next. So let's continue this until we get to the first corner, and let's review, and I'll be right back in a moment. So getting to the first corner, I got my shell, 7 double crochet shell, skipping 2, and I go right into the corner of single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So then you start a fresh side by skipping the first 2 stitches and then put 7 double crochet shell in there, and then skip 2 stitches and single into the next, and keep on repeating that all the way around. This is round number 46. When you come back around, you're just going to single crochet after the last shell, skip the final 2, single crochet into the final corner, and we do want to get rid of this color, so chain 2 and slip stitch it to the first standing single crochet. We're going to do our final round, number 47, next. Let's do number 47 with the color B, and you're going to attach with the standing single crochet to the corner. And Jeanne has us doing some stuff. So we're going to single crochet into the next stitch, which is right here. And she has us skipping the first and the last of each one of these shells. So if that's easy to know now, it'll make your life a lot easier. She's going to have us starting off with doing a front post double crochet around the second post of the shell. And we're only using the 5 middle stitches of the shells. So we do that one. The next one is a back post. The next one is a front post. The next one is a back post. And then the last one here is going to be a front post. So you're going to skip the last one of the shell. So you skip the first and the last, and then she just has us putting in a single crochet into the other single crochet here, just like that. So let's do another shell. So you're just going to skip the first one, go to the second, and just do front post and back post and front post and back post. And finally the fifth one is a front post. And then you'll skip the next one, which is part of that shell, and single into the next single. So you're going to do this, and I'll meet you on the first corner in just a moment. So I'm coming after the last shell. I skipped the last one here on the shell, and I'm just going to single into the one just before the corner. And then our corner will be 1 single crochet, chain 2 and 1 single crochet, and then you'll start a fresh side again. Just keep on moving around. So you'll single into the first one, and then just remember to skip that first one of the shell. So front post, back post, front post, back post, front post, skip the last one and single in there and continue that around. Please continue, and I'll see you at the end of round number 47 in a moment. So I'm coming all the way around, and I'm skipping the last one in the shell, single crochet the one just before the corner, and then go right into the corner, single crochet, and then this is the end. So you're just going to chain 2 and slip stitch to the beginning. And this is it. This is your journey, and this here is the baby blanket. I think it's a lot of fun, a lot of texture, and I think it'll keep you mentally interested. At least it does for me when it comes to texture. We hope you have a good one, and I'm your host Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. We'll see you again.